welcome everyone. I am here to talk about Azure AI built zero code solution. Okay. Yes. Let me introduce myself. I am Alaganila Mehnathan. I am a Microsoft MVP and I got a Microsoft certified trainer. If you have any queries or if you want to connect me through social media, this is my handler, Alaganila Yam. Okay. One second. Yes, Alaganila Yam is my social media handler. So let's we get into the session. I am here to talk to you about the Azure Cognitive Services. Before directly jump into the topic, I start with the today's session with the introduction of Azure Cognitive Services. After that, I will focus on text analytics. After that, I will focus on how we could create an Azure cognitive services in portal. So after that, I will show you the introduction to the Logic app. So next, we have an quite interesting demo. So in that demo, we are going to see about how we use Azure text analytics API with the help of in the Logic app. And then also we are going to see about how we use a translator API too. So these are the stuff I am going to cover in this session. So let's I just get into the topic. Yes. Nowadays, everywhere we have an AI. We thought that AI, is an AI has started a few years before, but it really surprising you. It was coined in the year 1950 by the Alan Turing. He performed a test called Turing test, and he predicts that computer imitates the human thoughts. Yes. Later, 1960, they were introduced the first robo. Okay, so now we all know that AI is ruling the world. Everywhere we experience an AI. So what is an AI? So AI is a short form for artificial intelligence. AI pursues us creating the computers or machine has intelligence as human beings. Yes, actually everywhere we have an AI. AI is present inside the email. Whenever we receive an email with an it analyzes the content that present inside that email, that content present inside that email, and predicts that either it should be placed on the inbox or it should be moved to the spam. So this is an example for an AI. This is sometimes they will while we scrolling up, while we scroll our Facebook feeds, we experience that some images got blurred. So this is this is an AI enabled app. So whenever anyone posts a racy images, it automatically got blurred, right? Okay, so this is what we call it as an actually human make a machine and insert their intelligence artificially for solving the human problems. Okay, so by nature human have an intelligence, right? So we can able to see, able to interrupt, able to speak, able to think, right? In the same way, human make a machine and insert their intelligence artificially and make that machine also behave like a human being, like that machine wants to able to see, able to speak, able to interrupt. Okay. Actually, as I said before, AI is a machine, right? Okay, so we have to train the machine. Okay, with our previous data. Okay, with the algorithms, we have to train everything. Actually, it is a machine. We have to train it. Okay, and then actually there are number of service providers provides artificial intelligence as a service. So here. We all know that cloud computing is the delivery of computing services, including servers, storage, databases, networkings, softwares, and intelligence, right? Okay, so here there are a number of service providers provides artificial intelligence as a service. So here we are talking about the Azure Cognitive Services. So so before we moving to the Azure Cognitive Services, we must know about what is an Azure. So the sessions is all about for 100 level. It's for a beginners level. That's why I just in the from the beginning itself I'm just going to handle this one. Actually, for Microsoft Azure is an open, flexible, enterprise grade cloud computing platform. Move faster, do more, and save money with the IaaS and PaaS. Okay, so as we know that Azure Cloud Computing Services created by the Microsoft for building, testing, deploying, and managing our applications through Microsoft managed data centers. Okay, so actually Microsoft has 60 plus regions and 160 plus data centers and available and it's available in 140 countries. Okay, so actually its global structure is having an 160 plus physical data centers are there, so that's why we call it as it's very fast. Actually, in India, we have a data center at 3 places: India Central, India South, and India West. For that's one is in Mumbai, and another one is in Pune. For India South, it is yes, of course, it's present in Chennai. Okay, so we can easily scale up and scale out. So if for economic, we can pay only what we are using. So that's all about Microsoft Azure. Okay, so now I'm going to show you what is an Azure Cognitive Services. Okay, so actually, as I said before, Azure have a number of services. Okay, so in that they are providing the artificial intelligence has a service in the name of the Cognitive Services. Apart from that, we have an machine learning and deep learning too. But what is an Azure Cognitive Services means? It have an they already actually Microsoft Cognitive Services is a set of API that already they have developed to solve the problems in the artificial intelligence field. Okay, so they are already trained and make it in the form of an API. They given in the form of an API. Okay, so actually it is a set of API that designed to democratize artificial intelligence by enabling the systems to see, hear, speak, understand, and interrupt our needs using the natural method of communication. Okay, so if you want to use if you want to enable your application has a AI based, or you want to use Azure Cognitive Services in your applications, you just grab the API key and start using it. Okay, and each and every API have a degree of confidence. So the degree of confidence values is lies between 0 to 1. Okay, for 0 to 0.5 it says that it is an positive one. For 0.5 to 1 it is an for 0 to 0.5 it is a negative one. For 0.5 to 1 it is an positive one. Okay, so let me explain with an example. Human make a machine and behave like a human being. For example, if we want to convert our spoken language to text, or text to audio, or if you feed some images into the AI based machines, we want to find the image of the person, or emotion of the person, or expression of the person, we can do all the things using the Azure Cognitive Services. It's very quite interesting one. Okay, so in the next slide I am going to explain about that. Actually, the cognitive services are classified into 5 interesting groups. That is vision, speech, language, decision, and then search. Okay, so these are some of the categories that present in that. Okay, so I will explain. I just move the slides because I will explain more about in the demo part. Okay, so these are some of the categories that present each and every session. Okay, every part. That is for vision category, we can have an computer vision, emotion, face, form recognizer, and for speech we can have an text, speech to text. These are some of the API that comes under each and every category. Okay, so I just jump to my the browser to show you. Actually, this is an free demo. Actually, Microsoft provides some free website is there. There you can able to find out how these API could be work. Okay, so to do that, I just move to my browser. Yes, hope now you can able to see my screen. Yes. Yes. So this is that link. I just paste paste this link to the chat window, so you can. Okay, I just paste over here. So through this link you can you can able to see how this API could be work. So if you click on this link, you just land over to this page. Actually it is a free website. So here you can get more information about the cognitive services. So what is an Azure Cognitive Services, and these are the categories that present in that. Yes. Okay. So for actually it should be classified as a decision, language, speech, vision, and web search. Okay. So for I started with the vision category. Actually, the vision category is used for enable your machine to see like a human being. Okay. So if you feed any images or any images, it can predict that image and get the inside information about the particular image. Okay, so it can extract the rich information from the images. I just scroll down. Actually it is in computer vision API. Due to the time concern, I will explain very few APIs over here. So this is our first API that present comes under the vision category. Okay, so in the left side we have an input, and in for the right side we have an output one. So we can whenever we add the images here, it can takes that image and it splits that image depends that object present in that. Okay, so it's divided that the image what are the objects that present in that, and it describe about the each and every object. Okay, so whenever you feed these images, you can get the inside information about the particular images to the right hand side. Okay, so see, we have an object. What are the object that present inside that? See, that is an footwear. Computer is there, like person, rectangles. So these are some of the table is there. Okay, so these are some of the objects that present inside that image. And for tags, laptop, computers, okay, table, chair. Okay, so these are we have an tags, and we can also have a description about the particular images, like a group of people in a single line. Okay, so a group of people sitting at a table using a laptop. So this is a single it's a description that in a single line. Okay, so this is all about the computer vision API. If you want this facility to your application, you just grab this API and then start using it. Okay. So next I will show you some interesting demo on Face API. Okay, so the Face API is very interesting one. Actually we are many places nowadays they are using the Face API in many places. Actually it should be classified into three parts: face detection, face verification, and then for emotion recognition. For face detection, you can able to detect one or more faces along with the attributes such as age, emotion, gender, pose, smile, and facial. Actually we have 27 landmarks over there, so it can grab all the things and then it return the output. Okay, for Face API, for the demo purpose, they are provide you like two output. For detection 2, you can have only a few field. But if you choose a detection 1, you can get the detailed information about the particular image. Okay, so like yes, we can have an air color. Okay, and then we can have an smile. Actually, as I said before, every API have a degree of confidence, right? So the degree of confidence value lies between 0 to 1. So it is a 1. So actually, of course, she is smiling, right? So we can have the value 1.0. And also we can have the gender, age, facial hair. Let me check if I upload any. Okay, then okay. Okay. Okay, if I just choose any man image over here, let's check what's that value. Okay, so is a gender, is a either they have the mustache or beard or sideburns. Okay, so this is all about we can get the inside information about the what picture you are uploading here. Okay, so if you move your cursor over their faces, you can get the values of gender, age, either they are wearing the glass or not, or the emotions. Okay, so this is a very quite interesting one. So this is all about the face detection API. Let's I move to show you this face verification API. Actually, it's used in the US Uber for detecting the person. Actually, in that some they are used in the US Uber use the face API to their app for finding the both the drive. I mean, some drivers are registered and then send some other person for the ride purposes. To avoid such situations, they are implement the face API into their app. So what you want to do is he just asked the driver to take the photo. The current photo is compared with the already saved photo. So if both the photos are same, the confidence value is 0.9. So if both persons are different, we can get less than 0.5. So this API can be used there. So for emotion, next I'm moving to show you the emotion recognition. So in here, if you upload any group photo, we can able to find out the emotion of the persons in the picture. Okay, so totally we have an 8 it grabbed that 8 emotions. So either they are anger or contempt or disgust or fear or happiness. You can able to get all the stuff here. So this is all about the face API. Yes, we can have the form recognizer. Yes, I just show you what is an ink recognizer. Okay. So the ink recognizer is very quite interesting one. When we have when we are in we are working, we can always we can have some handwritten documents, right? So we can't able to do how it could be converted into the digital one. So here we can have the option here, ink recognizer API. Through this API, we can upload your handwritten document. It's easily converted your handwritten document to the digital format. Okay, so let me try by myself. Okay, so actually I'm not good in drawing. I just draw. Okay, I successfully joined the line. Yes, I just click on analyze. Yes, I can get the box, right? Okay, so this is what this API do. Okay, so if you click on the handwritten one, we can easily convert into the digital format. So we must know what's the technology behind it. Okay, so this is an architecture diagram. That is an whenever we have an input, it takes that input and apply our API recognizer over to the input, and then it goes to the recognition tree. Okay, in that it takes a input and then it analyzes it, either it is a writing region or it is a drawing region. Okay, so if it is a writing region, then like what to say, it should be divided into if there is any paragraphs or lines or words. So depend upon then it split the thing, and from the paragraph it can split the line. From the line we can detect the words. If it is a writing part, we can easily detect the writing region over here. Okay, so this is all about the ink recognizer API. And then okay, okay, yes, we are going to see about due to the time concern, I just show you some. Okay, here we are using the text analytics API. I just click over here. Okay, so we can get the text analytics. So what what this API is do means it extract the insights from the text. Okay, so while we are conducting any webinars or events, we can get an feedback, right? So not only feedback, if you are running a company, or if you want to know the feedback about your product, okay, so we can't, if it is less than 50 or less than 10, we can able to sit and read all the things. So it's of course right. So if it is more than 100, more than 200 means we can't able to do, right? Okay, so that time we can copy all the content. That is what we have. We just copy all the things and then paste over here. We can analyze, we click on analyze, we can get the inside information about the text what we have paste over here. Okay, so like we can get the sentiment. Okay, so through the sentiment, as I said before, right, so we can have the sentiment values. So it can detect the what languages you are pasting and what key phrases you are using and what sentiment it should be. And it's a sentiment. It's that the first one we can have the entire sentiment. Okay, so if you want to analyze each and every sentence, we can have the options too. So see, sentence 1, for sentence 2, what is the sentiment? It's for sentence 2 it is a positive one. For sentence 6 we can have a neutral. It not should be a positive, or it not should be a negative. It's a neutral one. And for sentence 7 we can have a negative one. So it's all about what the content that present in the inside that content. Okay, it's in that last sentence we can have a didn't. Of course it's like a negative word, right? So we can it can says that it is a negative one. Okay, so it's all about text analytics API. Okay. So we are going to see about in the demo part we are using this text analytics API only. So in that demo we have some more information on that. So that's it. I just switch over to my presentation again. Okay, now hope you can understand what is an cognitive services and what are the APIs that present in that, and how it could be work. Okay, so now I am going to show you why we are using the Microsoft Azure Cognitive Services. Okay, so it's actually it's very easy to use because they have some REST APIs are there. We not sit and start your code from the scratch. Okay, so you just create the service and then you just grab the key and start using it. Okay, so you get the key and start the AI applications. Okay, so it's very flexible. We can easily integrate with the languages, and the platform has your choices. So of course we can easily test it over here. And then how do we do this? Okay, so up to this we can have some view. We have a view. Okay, AI it should be like this. Okay, so we need to know how it could be performed. Okay, so to work on the API you need an input. Okay, so that's what we call it as an inject. So with that input you apply the AI to that input, like either it is a vision or face API or text analytics, anything you are going to apply over your input, and then we can have the output. Okay, so it's like this: input, process, and then output. So after that, yes, this is the way. Okay, so hope now you can able to understand that how we could use such APIs. Okay, okay, so now we are going to show you that if you want to use Azure Cognitive Services, there are two ways you can use the Azure Cognitive Services. The first one, you need the subscription, Azure subscription. Okay, so either it should be a free one or it should be a paid one. Okay, so for free subscription you can get the 12 month of popular services, $200 credit to explore Azure for 30 days, and also always free 25 plus services. The main thing, 12 AI services now free for 12 months. Okay, so this is this is one way. So if you want to use only, if you need only API, that is Azure Cognitive Services, they are providing trial keys for some interesting APIs for free for I think it is for 30 days. So the trial keys will expire after 30 days, after which you can create a Cognitive Services account on Azure portal. Okay. So this is an link. Okay, so I just copy my link and paste it in the chat box. Okay. Yes. Okay, so this is all about Azure Cognitive Services. Okay, so now we are focusing about the text analytics API. Okay, so in the demo part we are going to focus on text analytic API. So for that I just get into the text analytic API. So what is text analytic API? So it is a cloud-based service that provides advanced natural language processing over your raw text. As I already show a demo in the in the website. Okay, so it's extract the insight information from the text. Okay, so we can enable the, one second. Yes, so we can extract the insight information from the text. We can analyze the text sentiment what about our text. So it should be in English or Spanish or French or Portuguese. Okay, so understand if a record has positive or negative sentiments. Okay, and also we can have an key phrases extractions. Okay, so and also we can able to detect the topic. Okay, so what is the main topic about the particular text. Okay, and also we can enable to detect the languages. So far we have 120 plus languages it support. Okay. Okay, so yes, of course, it has some limits. Maximum size of single document, it should be 5120 characters, and then the entire request must be 1 MB, and for maximum number of document in a request is 1000 documents. Okay, so these are some of the limits. Let's jump into the portal. Okay, so now we are going to create a text analytic API in the Azure portal. To do that, I just switch over to the portal. Yes, okay. So as I said before, you can have it two ways. Okay, so if you need only API, you just go with that link. Otherwise, you can get the free subscription, or you can use a paid one. Okay, so to do that, okay, so what we want to do? So we want to create a service of text analytics in the Azure portal. Okay, so for that, I just click on the create a resource. Okay, so we can have this blade. In that we have an AI plus machine learning. Okay, so under this one we can able to find out the text analytics API. Okay, so once you click on that, yes, we need to give the name of the API. Okay, so here I just give the MVP text demo. Okay, okay, so if it is available, okay, it's almost available. So next we have to choose the subscription. Okay, if the given text is available, means you can get a green tick. Otherwise you can have an red one. They are given you the warning, and then you need to choose a subscription, and then you need to choose a location. So where we need to save our create our service. Okay, so as I said before, we can have 60 plus regions are there, right? So as I live it has by default, so it's in the East US. And then for pricing tier, you can have an F0 standard, 0 standard. So I just click on the standard. Yes, actually we can have the 1000 calls per minute. Okay, so for resource, I just to choose on resource group. Okay, so it's what is in resource group is all about the folders. You can grab all the resources into under a single folder, right? So it's like that. So I just click on create. So once you filled all the field, it takes some while. Okay, to create a service. In the meantime, I just move to the PPT to okay, so up to this you can have a clear view, right? So what we have done so far is I just explain you about what is an AI and what is an Azure Cognitive Services and how what is an Text Analytics API and how we can create the Text Analytics API in the portal. Okay, so now I am going to show you the logic app. Okay, so why? Because means has a name, has that our event name, that is AI build zero code solutions. Zero code is intimates that we are going to create a logic app. Okay, so the logic app is all about we can is help us to work smarter by automatic workflows across your favorite apps and services. Okay, so actually logic app is a cloud based services. It allows you to react to an event in one and do something with that data from that event into the another services. Say for an example, if I post the like feed into the Facebook, that post automatically get tweeted in the Twitter. Okay, so this is our scenario. Okay, so here we are connecting the workflows. Okay, we can easily connect the automatic workflows. Here we are called it as we can easily connect your favorite apps and services. So for to getting an okay, so to getting and get an notification or for synchronizers or for collecting the data or for the automate approvals. Okay, so it helps us to schedule or automate or integrate to your apps and services. Okay, so actually the beauty of the logic app is that we can it is very simple to create and then and use. Okay, it does not require deep technical knowledge or programming skills. Okay, so we can create automatic workflow without writing a single line of code. That's why I just put that it is a zero code. If you need, you can also use a JSON format. Okay, code view. Okay, so if you need to work on Azure Logic App, you need to know some technical terms, that is a connector, triggers, and the conditions or actions. Okay, so here that connectors is that it is a predefined APIs that used in your processes. Actually, they have created so in as I said, right, whenever we post in the Facebook, that time it automatically tweet in the Twitter. Here the connectors are Facebook and the Twitter. Okay, so the connectors are nothing but your services. Okay, and then what is a trigger? Okay, the trigger is an event that starts a new instance of a workflow on a specific event, like adding an operations or if you receive an whenever you receive an attachment, whenever you receive an email with an attachment, or whenever you feed a post on the Facebook. Okay, that time what time it should be triggered. Okay, so that is an trigger. So and then for conditions and the action, if the trigger happen, what it could be done. Okay, so that is an action or condition. The conditions are, it should be an if conditions are control statements, or if it is a looping statement. Okay, so these are the things that comes into your mind while we are using the Azure Logic App. So we need connectors, triggers, and then conditions. Okay, so here I just start my demo. So here what I want to do now is, whenever I post a tweet with the specific keyword, that time I apply the Text Analytics API over to the tweet and then get the insight information, and then I post it into the Excel file. Okay, so this is what we are going to do now. So whenever we tweet a specific keyword, okay, the keyword mentioned, it's like a hashtag. Okay, that time it trigger the logic app and we are going to apply the text analytics, and then we can get the values, and then we are going to store it into the Excel file which is present in the OneDrive. So this is what we are going to do now. To do that, we need some prerequisites for that. So for that, we need Azure account, Twitter account, and then OneDrive account. So in the OneDrive account, we need an Excel sheet. Okay, so I switch over to the browser. So these are the steps. So first, I just open my Twitter account, and then I just need to create an Excel file in the OneDrive. Okay, so now almost our text analytics have, yes, it's deployed. Yes. Okay, so I just click on the another tab. So there I need to create an Excel file. Okay, so to do that, I just search on, right? So I just choose a particular folder. Okay, so I just click on Azure Logic App demo. So in that I am going to create an Excel file. Why? Because means we need to save. Actually here the Twitter account is an input. We can take the content from the Twitter account, and we are going to save it into the Excel file. Either it could be an storage or SQL, or you can use a SQL, anything. So here I am using the Excel file. Okay, so to do that I just click on create. Okay. Okay, so I just need to give the name field. Okay, so for that I just already I have created the Excel file. So I just open it. So what are the content I need? It's a date and time. So I'll just copy and then okay. So I just paste over here, and then I need username with text. So design username with text and then sentiment. That's all. Okay, so these are the field I required whenever someone posts with the hashtag. Okay, so after I just use this field, I just select all the field, and then I need to convert it as a table. Okay, so I just click on my table as a reader. So A1 to D1, I just click on OK. So afterwards I just change my name, that is MVP demo Excel. Okay, that's it. That's all. So okay, I just close this one. Okay, so far what I have done, so I just done that. I have created the Excel file. Now I am going to build the logic app. So to do that, I just click on create a resource. In that, in the integration tab, you can find the logic app. So I just click on the logic app. So here I just want to give has same. Okay, I just need to give the logic app name. So that is MVP demo logic. So actually I leave it as default. I just click on create. Okay. Okay, I just click on create. It takes some time. Okay, in the meantime, so we need to build the logic app. Okay, so that's it. Almost we have done 50% of my work. So far I have created the text APIs, and I have created the Excel too. Okay, let's check. So I just move to the so it takes some time. So once you have created the service, what we want to do is we need to connect the Twitter, and then we need to connect the text analytics API, and then we need to connect the Excel file. That's it. Okay. Okay. It takes some time. Okay. In the meantime, I have already created the flow. I just show you. Yes, this is a flow. That is, I just click on. So once you can have an logic app, so you just land over to this page. That is this is a overview of your logic app. So in that you can able to find out the logic app designer window. Okay, so I just click on the logic app designer window. So here we can connecting our services. Okay. Okay. Okay, so actually my done. Okay, I just click on the go to resource. Okay, so I just click on that resource. So once I just get into the logic app, I just landed over to this page. Actually, as I already said that they have some pre-built templates are there, or you just started with the basic blank logic app. Okay, so here I just click on blank logic app. Here what I am going to do is I just connecting the services. Okay, so to do that, what are the things I have to connect? So here I am going to use a Twitter first. Okay, so for that I just click yes, type the Twitter, search on Twitter. Yes, I can get the connector. Yes, we need to give the trigger. Okay, so when a new tweet is posted. Okay, so I just click on that and need to sign in. Okay, so we need to give the authorization. Yes, I just click on authorize my app. So allow. Yes. So once you give the authorization, it's connected. So I just give our event hashtag, that is MS Dev Geeks. So whenever someone posts with this hashtag, we can get the input from that. So how often, next we need to give how often you want to check the item. So I just click on second. Okay, so for demo purposes, I just every 5 seconds we need to check either someone post the tweet or not. Okay, so I just click on the next one. So now so far I have connected the input. Now I am going to connect the text analytics API. Okay, so for that I just search on text analytics. Okay, so connectors. Yes, we can get. So just click on that. So actually we can, it perform many actions, right? So here I just want to detect either it's a positive one or it is a negative one. To do that, I just click on detect sentiment. So here we want to give the connection name, account key, and then site URL. So to do that, I just move to the test analytic API, which we was created before. So just click on create an endpoint. So for the name, I just copy our connection name and paste it here, and we can have the keys and endpoint. I just for every API you can have two keys. I just copy the first key and then I just paste over here. So for site URL, it's an endpoint. So I just copy that and then I just paste here. So I just click on create. So once it take all the values and evaluate it, so it's create the flow. That's it. So we need to choose a parameter. Okay. So what parameter you are going to apply this text analytics? So I just click on text because I taken the text from the previous method, right? So I can choose a text. So I need to analyze the text. Okay. So I just click on the text. After that, I need to mapping it. So that tweet text. Okay, so I just map to the tweet text. That's it. So I have done 2 steps. The final step, up to this, I can have an output. Okay, so I need to store an output, right? So to do that, I just use a Excel file. So which is present in the OneDrive. So Excel OneDrive. So I just click over it, and then for action you need actually each and every connector have a specific actions. For the Excel online we can have a add a key, add a row, create a table. So here I just click on add a row into a table. Okay, so I just click on it. I need to give the OneDrive link. Okay, so I need to give the authorization permission to access. Yes, it's automatically signed in. Okay, so after that I have to mapping the file, so where it could be present. So actually this is my file, so it's present under the Azure Logic App demo. So in that we can have an file. Okay, so that is an MVP demo Excel. This is our file, right? So we have to map it. So to do that, I just click on this one, and then I just click on the folder name. There we can have a list of files. So in that I have to choose a MVP demo Excel. Okay, so once I have mapped, okay, what happened? Okay, so logic MVP demo Excel. Okay, so it's mapped. Once it take the file, okay, so we can have it automatically take the table name. Okay, so our table name is table 1. So once it takes our table name, it automatically mapping what are the fields that present inside the Excel file. Okay, so we need to select all the field. I need all. Okay, sorry. I check all the files. Yes. So once you can get the all fields, you need to map all the things. For date and time, you need created at, and for username, I just map it to the name of the user, and for tweet text, I just map to tweet text. For sentiment, I just give score value. That's it. So without writing a single line of code, I done this one. So whenever someone posts with this hashtag, that time it trigger the logic app and it runs. Let's say I just click on save. To do that, I just open my Twitter account. Can anyone post the tweet, please? Anbu or okay, I just click on here. So for demo purpose, I just use interesting demo. Okay, hope it's an interesting demo, right? Okay, so I just, sorry, what's our hashtag given is hashtag MSRD. Okay, so this is our tweet text. So let me check. I just, okay, this is our, okay, I just click on run. Okay, so I just go to the tweet one, and then I click on tweet. So it's Twitter. Let's see the output. So it checked the trigger. Okay. Yes, it's successfully triggered. Okay, so once it's successfully triggered means you can get this green tick. Otherwise, you can have an warning symbol. So let's check. Either it can take the input from our Twitter, and then we apply the sentiment level, and it's saved into the Excel file. Let's check the Excel file. Okay, I need to refresh it. So I just open my Twitter post. Yes. Oh, and also uh, tweeted. Okay, so that's an interesting one, right? So we can get such outputs, so such data into the Excel file. So we can also use parallel connection. So here I am using that single APIs, right? We can also add an parallel one. I just show, I already created that one. Yes, this for this demo, I click on Logic App Designer. So here I just use the parallel connections. That is a parallel APIs. Okay. So whenever someone tweet with a particular hashtag, that time we predict. So we apply the sentiment analysis, and also we can apply the translator API. Okay, I think my net is slow. Yes, we apply the text analytic API, and also we can apply the translator API. So for translator API, so far we have an 120 languages it support. So I just choose the target language as a Tamil. Here we can have an many languages. If you want Malayalam, or if you want to choose Telugu, you can able to get it. So whenever you post that time, you can you can also able to convert into the some other languages, and save it into the Excel file. Okay, so for this Excel file, I just connected. Okay, let me check. I just click on okay, let's check the output. Okay, I just click on enable, and then I just run my flow. Okay, workflow. Okay, so let's check if I post some. I think I use the same hashtag or not. Let me check. So it's all depend upon the hashtag given. Yes, it's a MSDevGeeks. Okay, so I just run here. Okay, I just go to the Twitter. Have some again some demo. Okay. So MSDevGeeks. Okay, I just click on tweet. Let's see. Okay, let's see the demo. Let's see how it's our previous one. Yes. Let's check it's triggered or not. And if it is triggered, it should be saved on the Excel file, that is Azure Trans file. Yes, we can have a okay. I think my post or Twitter or not. It's now only. Yes, we can tweet it. Okay. Actually, we have some problem in that. Okay, so if it is run, we can get the values like the username and the tweet text and the sentiment, and also we can able to find out the translated text also. Okay, so that's it. That's all about my presentation. That let's say sum up with an let's say sum up what we have covered so far. So I just started my session with that AI. Okay, so AI, what is an introduction to AI and the Azure Cognitive Services? After that, we seen that text analytic API, and then after that, I have shown you that how we could create the such APIs in the portal, and then I showed you that what is a logic app and how we could use a logic app, logic app, and then how we use Azure Cognitive Services into the Logic app. Okay. Hope now you can able to understand the things. Okay. So that's it. Here, I just give you some links through these resources. You can, if you want to explore more about the AI, you just use this AI lab, AI school is there, AI demos are there. Thank you so much. Thank you.